response to a couple of other incidents at the same site at my park, we installed a camper near the entrance, and a ranger stays out there every night. We rotate, so everyone spends one night a week there. I chose Wednesdays, as these tend to be relatively low-key with only our long-term guys around. This particular day had been humid, like the inside of a locked car. All of us were relatively miserable, but the camper had a small AC unit, and the campers and I took turns sitting in it until the sun went down. We all bedded down, and I had the AC turned up as high as it would go. It's a loud unit, so I had earplugs in. The camper is tiny but comfortable. I fell asleep relatively quickly. I woke up in total silence. It took me a minute to realize that was the problem. The AC had stopped. There was absolutely no sound outside. I sat up, and the sheets didn't make any noise. I clapped, nothing. I yelled, nothing. This has happened to me before. I'm a firm believer that it's some kind of strange acoustical phenomenon, but I don't think it's caused by the wind. I got out of bed, yanked on my boots, and flew out the door. I ran to the edge of the campsite, about 500 feet away, and somewhere behind the trees there was something darker than the space around it. I headed for it, but I must have misjudged its distance because it took longer to get there than it should have. They'd split a tree in half. I've seen lightning do that a few times, but not this cleanly. This cut was surgical. The bushes underneath it had been crushed. I could faintly make out the shape of something furry. A raccoon, I suspected. The intestines bursting out of its eye sockets were already attracting flies. The stairs were concrete, old. I can make out the lines of graffiti on the lower steps. A metal handrail bowed out haphazardly. Most of the supports bent or gone. 10, maybe 12 steps. In a rush, the sound of the world came back, and I heard the faint electrical snap of a fly exploding near my ear. I sprinted back to camp. I grabbed the rifle out of the pickup I've taken to the site, stood at the edge of camp, my back to the woods. I stood there and watched until the sun came up. I watched the whole camp, every tent. I know I never fell asleep, and no one came into or out of camp